Welcome back to my cave, once again, humans. In this video, I kinda wanted to talk about why I play so many furry games and why I play mostly furry games and whatnot. I feel like that's a discussion I kinda want to get out there. I honestly want to put this out there that it's not so much that I need my characters to be furries specifically. I just need them to not be made in humanity's image. And I'm going to go into full detail here because people are going to argue that animals are just humans with animal heads. Those same people are also probably going to argue that elves and dwarves are totally different creatures. And I don't want to get into that. I gotta stop. I gotta stay on track with this whole thing, okay? For once, I honestly have to deal with this situation calmly. Like, here's the thing. I don't mind opposable thumbs. I don't mind clothing. I don't mind English speaking or any of that stuff. I just mind humanity's vanity, if that makes sense. The idea that only humans are good and valuable and that only creatures made in our image, I mean creatures that look specifically like humans, can be good and valuable. This whole ideology excludes animals and anything made in the image of an animal. Except for cats, dogs, and horses, but that's a topic for another day. That I'll probably not make, but stay on track, Balf. Stay on track. The main reason I do not consider anthros to be made in humanity's image, even though they share a lot of traits that humans happen to have, anthros are made in the image of animals, creatures that humans typically see as lesser than humans. This is often reflected in a lot of media, especially fantasy media, especially Japanese fantasy media, and yada yada yada, where there will be tons of different races, and all the quote-unquote good races literally just look like humans, while all the evil races get to look like whatever, and that includes animals. And this is a trope that I really hate seeing, but like I said, topic for another day. Look, the thing is, I like and respect animals. There are honestly very few animals I don't like. There are some animals I like more than I respect, like hippos or porcupines. There's some animals I respect more than I like spiders or orangutans. And then there's the animals that I both like and respect, like bats and elephants. I honestly really adore elephants and bats. I think they're both adorable. But the thing is, there aren't that many animals that I truly dislike. Asian beetles, I guess I really don't like or respect Asian beetles. I think they're kind of a nuisance, but no one is making anthropomorphic versions of Asian beetles. Usually it's big cats or lizards or wolves or foxes. And that is kind of a disappointment in a lot of games, even furry games, even this one, is that there's usually not a lot of exotic furries, and I tend to prefer those. But even more common furries I can appreciate. Here's the thing. It's the reason I seek out games that star furries is escapism. It's not that my whole entire life revolves around furries. It's that I kind of just want to escape from humanity for a little bit. Escape from a species I do not have a lot of respect for, and am often ashamed to be. And yes, I get that there are some truly good humans out there, but there are so many terrible ones. I'm not naming names, and you in the audience, you're probably not one of them. But I can honestly say I've had more bad experiences than good, and the rabbit hole goes really deep. I'm not sure I want to get into it. Kinda started with school and getting bullied a lot. And then I met people like Sulfite, and there's this one person, she used to go by Cynical Serenade, then she went by Sinpai, then she went by Fellas Tipsy, and now I don't know what she's called, but people like them contributed to my distrust, disdain, and honestly hatred of humans. But that's another rabbit hole. I'll try to keep it brief. They were hunting advocates, and they were anti-vegetarianism, anti-green energy, anti-environmentalism, anti-basically anything where animals do not lose their lives over. Yet they also support trophy hunting, including trophy hunting endangered African megafauna, and they also defend things like aerial hunting, snares, gassing wolf dens. Heck, they even support... It's starting to make me angry, but the point is, if these people are right, and what they claim is the truth, then humans are a problem because they can't change. If they are wrong, and all this is bad, then humans are bad because they won't change. It's kind of a conundrum. It's something I'm really not sure I'm gonna be able to explain properly, but the point is, I cannot connect with humans for various reasons. In fact, the very few human characters in media I do kinda like have non-human attachment, or perfectly capable of showing compassion for non-human life. Characters like Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender, for example. In Suikoden 2, I'm able to care about the characters because characters like Muku Muku and Shiro and Feather exist. In fact, Feather kinda has a heartwarming story where Ada, this one girl from this village, tries to protect Feather, who is a wounded griffin, and thus the main characters also try to defend Feather. And I'm being honest, stuff like this is relatable. But even then, I'd typically rather not have to play as a human. Though in Suikoden, a lot of those characters are playable as well. So it's not that I can't connect with humans, but you do need non-human compassion in that character in order for me to care about them. If you're showing me a character that would just happily slaughter everything in their path that doesn't look like them, no matter what your implications are, I am going to hate your character. And I'm gonna be honest, I play games with furries in them kinda to escape from that. Just to escape from these kind of humans, to escape from the idea that your life is only as valuable as how human you look. And just, that's why I play a lot of furry games, but the characters don't necessarily need to be furries per se. They just need to not look like humans. Yeah, that's actually not specific enough either, and I don't necessarily need the characters to be animals. I just want them to not be human, but I should clarify that I typically prefer organic characters. Like, robots typically don't show that other creatures can be good besides humans, and elemental golems and whatnot, they're really hard to connect with. I feel I have an easier time connecting with organic creatures. They don't necessarily need to be animals per se, but they should at least feel organic. It's why I wasn't a big fan of Best from Sea of Stars or whatever he's called. Or why I'm not the biggest fan of Cuphead as a character. then again, at least Cuphead tries to be expressionate, and that is another thing. I want the characters to be expressionate. Like, those are the kind of characters I connect with. Characters that are charming, unique, likable, creative. They don't necessarily need to be animals, but if you can make a non-animal character that's still organic, if you can make that look cool, then I can still connect with that character. Anyway, I hope this clears a few things up on why I gravitate towards furry games. I think this, I feel like I should have made this video a while ago. It just kind of explains why I play mostly furry games, mostly non-human starring games. And after this, I kind of want to do a video on the Yasha Legend of the Demon Blade Tiger ending controversy, and kind of want to talk about furry phobia in media in general. Mostly because I'm surprised it took this long for furries to actually stand up for themselves. I don't know if I agree with the approach they took, but then again, I get that kind of angry all the time, so I can't really blame them for the sake of being a hypocrite. And after years of getting so few action games we can really attach ourselves to, I can understand it. And I did kind of want to do a video explaining my thoughts and feelings towards the whole controversy. But I'll save that for my next video. And maybe after I'm done with that, maybe then I'll finally get around to finishing part 2 of my Pokemon Elite Redux with all monotypes videos. It's hard to explain. But I kind of wanted to keep this video short, so I'll end it here. Until next time, I'm Balf, and the cave is closed.